where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Batman fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. Today we are taking a look at the new Scarecrow figure from Batman Arkham Knight. And what a figure for the Todd Father to do from Arkham Knight. I mean, Scarecrow is the main antagonist of Batman Arkham Knight, and he's really dangerous. Like, actually really dangerous. I mean, conceptually, Scarecrow is a pretty dangerous villain, and in some comics, he really gets to shine out. But on screen, man, they really played him up well in Batman Arkham Knight. Better so, I think, than in Batman Begins. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nolan did a great job with Batman Begins, and Scarecrow was pretty cool in Batman Begins, but he wasn't that full, unhinged, very dangerous Scarecrow yet. And I would say he wasn't quite to this level in Arkham Asylum when you encounter him the first time in the Arkham series, but in Arkham Knight, oh boy, this guy is the stuff of nightmares. Anyway, here he is in the packaging. He's looking really awesome there. On the back, you've got some really good artwork from the character model of Scarecrow from Arkham Knight. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. Now, I know he might come across as a little dark, and that's just because his suit is very dark. This is a very dark looking figure, but it looks amazing. I mean, the Todd Father nailed it. This figure looks so good. So good. And you've got a lot of those awesome details, all of the stitching just in various places all over the suit. He's got the noose, which looks like if you pop the head off, you could actually remove that and have that as just a separate accessory if you wanted, which is kind of cool. He's got all the fear toxin canisters all over him, including the one on his back and the other ones on his chest. The clear hoses that are filled with fear toxin, you can just see those just running through his suit. On his arm there, you've got the syringes from where he can just directly impale and administer fear toxin. You've got that awesome orange paint detail on the syringes on his hands and up his right gauntlet. You've got his rickety leg brace, which is actually really well done, and for a leg, as it should, articulates pretty well for a leg brace, that is. Articulated ankle on that one. Foot. And that's a single jointed knee with the joints on the outside of the leg brace there. Now, the right leg does have a double knee joint in addition to more range of motion on the ankle because there's no brace there, and toe joints as well. Waist articulation, fully articulated shoulders, double jointed elbows on both hands with that flexing soft rubbery plastic hose. You got all the little hoses coming down here with all of his belt pouches and stuff. And that face sculpt, wow. That face sculpt looks really good. Now, you can even see his teeth painted. Now, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can even see his teeth molded and painted underneath the mask, because the mask is a piece over his actual face and jaw, right? They actually got that molded detail under the little stringy bits of the mask and everything, which, incredible. This is a big improvement over the DC Collectibles one that came out around the time of the game. And while this figure wasn't bad at the time, this one is incredibly more accurate and more true to the character model than this one is, which is awesome because some of the ones Todd has released for Arkham haven't been as accurate as some of the DC Direct ones, but not in the case of Arkham Knight Scarecrow. The McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Scarecrow is way more screen accurate and true to the character design than this one was. And this one wasn't bad at the time, but there's just a lot of subtle differences. For example, like these big propane tank looking canisters on this version of Scarecrow's chest. He doesn't have those in the game. He also, you'll notice, doesn't have the noose around his neck. The tone on his suit is much, much brighter than on this one. And while it is supposed to be a dark brown like this I think serves the character a little bit better, and again, just overall looks a little bit more screen accurate because he's not really that brightly lit in the game anyway. So this one is definitely a clear winner for me. Much better, definitely better articulation too. But overall, what won this one out was the detail. And man, the Todd Father delivered in a big way on this Scarecrow. He, of course, also comes with a data profile card. And again, I mean, figure to artwork there. This is artwork that they took straight from the game. Very accurate. Well done, Todd Father. Well done. On the back, you've got words and things. Real name, Jonathan Crane. The Scarecrow constantly proves to be a dangerous threat to the Dark Knight. Not due to physical strength, but to the emotional and psychological damage his toxins can cause. In fact, Scarecrow tends to shy away from physical confrontations and instead lets his victims fall prey to their own waking nightmares. A doctor of the deadliest caliber, the Scarecrow's horrific acts don't stem from a villainous desire for power or money, but from an unbreakable urge to learn and hone his craft, mastery over fear itself. That's a pretty awesome bio. It would have been cool if they had included some details from what he did in Arkham Knight, and even why he's got this leg brace on, and why his mask and face are a little bit messed up. And that's because in Arkham Asylum, he gets pulled underwater by Croc. And then in Arkham City, you can hear some of the goons talking about him like, hey, did you hear Scarecrow's not actually dead? And there's an Easter egg in one of the boats in Arkham City where you can go inside and see a little hidden lair of Scarecrow with some plans. So really cool. A character well used in my opinion. I mean, they just took one of the regular side villains in Arkham Asylum that had some pretty cool interactions and played him up in a big way at the end of that series. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the new DC Multiverse Arkham Knight Scarecrow, the main antagonist of the Arkham Knight video game. Truly a really awesome game and one of my favorite Batman stories of all time. What did you guys think of this figure overall? And what are some other Arkham characters that you hope get the Todd Father treatment? Me, I really want to see some of the other villains like Poison Ivy, who hasn't had a decent figure release in this scale, as well as characters like Two-Face and Mr. Freeze. Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, and Poison Ivy are probably the top 3 on my list, but list some characters you would like to see get the Todd Father treatment, like I said, down below. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, stay tuned for more DC Multiverse reviews, check out some of our other content, and in case you're local or visiting us in town, why don't you come by our shop inside Order 66 Multiverse in the Shops at Willowbend Mall in Plano, Texas. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Same bat time, same bat channel.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.